Here is your latest African news. Africa-wide, the African Union to establish a delegation in Beijing. This year, the African Union will establish a permanent representation in Beijing, signaling a desire to expand ties with the continent's largest commercial partner. This past week, heads of state and government gathered in Ethiopia's capital Addis Ababa to support a proposal by the Council of Ministers, a council of foreign ministers from member states, to establish a permanent mission to interact directly with China. South Africa, a big relief. Court orders huge payout for Vodacom, please call me Inventor. The High Court has ruled that Vodacom's Please Call Me Inventor, Nkosana Makate, is entitled to 5% of the total voice revenue generated from the microtexting service from March 2001 to March 2021. The amount will be significantly higher than the $3.1 million previously offered by the giant mobile phone operator following a 2019 Constitutional Court ruling. Makate, who described the judgment as a big relief, later rejected the current settlement and sought a court review. The North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria also ordered that Makate is entitled to 27% of the revenue generated by the return of calls sent through the Please Call Me platform. Judge Wendy Hughes ordered the CEO of Vodacom, Shamel Joseph, to finalize the determination within a month of the order. Burundi. The EU lifts sanctions on Burundi after 7 years. The European Union has announced that it would lift sanctions on Burundi that were imposed in 2016. In a communique, the EU said this is due to a peaceful political process that started with the general elections of May 2020 and opened a new window of hope for the population of Burundi. In 2020, Burundi witnessed the first democratic transition of power from the late President Pierre Nkurunziza to the incumbent Evariste Ndayishimiye. Libya. Libyan Prime Minister survives apparent assassination attempt. Libyan Prime Minister Abdulhamid al-Dabiba has survived an apparent assassination attempt by unknown assailants. Several rounds struck his car as it was being driven through the capital, Tripoli. The gunmen fled the scene. Several factions have been vying for control of Libya, and a parliament based in the east of the country is to vote later on Thursday on a replacement prime minister for a government of national unity. Mr. Dabiba has said he will ignore the outcome of the ballot. An election to choose a new government was postponed last December, but no vote is expected this year. Senegal. Senegal's football team to be awarded land and cash prizes. Senegal has rewarded each member of the national football team with cash prizes and plots of land following their win at the Africa Cup of Nations. Each team member received more than $87,000 and plots in the capital Dakar in the neighboring Diamniadio city during a ceremony at the presidential palace. President Macky Sall also appointed the team to Senegal's prestigious Order of the Lion, with fans cheering outside the gates. The president had earlier thanked the team for reaching the summit of Africa and for bringing pride and honor that marks great people. He also praised the team's coach Aliou Cisse. Senegal defeated Egypt 4-2 on penalties, becoming the tournament champions for the first time in their history. South Africa. South African court postpones ruling on objection to Amazon HQ on sacred land. A South African court has postponed a ruling on lawsuit from descendants of South Africa's earliest inhabitants, the Khoi and San, to try and halt construction of Amazon's new Africa headquarters on what they say is sacred land. The 70,000 square meter development in Cape Town includes plans for hotel, retail offices and homes, and with Amazon as its main tenant. But it has faced a backlash from Khoi and San community leaders who say they represented the majority of their people. The Khoi and the San were the earliest inhabitants of South Africa. The proposed building site lies at the confluence of two rivers, the Black River and the Leesbeek River, that is sacred to both groups, and objectors fear it will block their view of the equally sacred Lion's Head, part of Table Mountain. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow, share and like our video. It's the best way of supporting us. Great news! You can now pre-order our children's book, Maua and the Gardens of Plenty, a book that teaches children the power of great ideas. This book is the best way to start exposing your children to African stories told by Africans. Find the purchase link in the description below. Please don't forget to catch the return of our show, Africa in the News, where we have in-depth discussions on all matters affecting Africa. You can directly support this new series by becoming our YouTube member, Patreon, or donor. And remember, Africa is watching.